WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have the Arran Malt, Single Malt Scotch Whisky Limited Edition, Whiskey DE exclusive, 20 years old. So it was filled in a sherry hogshead cask number 552. It was distilled on the 21st of April 1998. It was bottled on the 5th of September 2018. And here I have bottle number 46 of 154 with an alcohol by volume of 47.2%. Non-chilled filtered, natural color. The 25th anniversary of Whiskey.de, or as you know it, Whiskey.com. So that stays there. This comes over here. Whiskey base number 121696. Now I have two questions. First question is, a sherry hogshead is usually a fairly big container. This says it's one of 154 bottles. I have a little bit of a problem believing that there are only 154 bottles left in this sherry hogshead. I personally assume, kind of have the conspiracy theory that this was only half of a sherry hogshead that was shared with someone else. My personal opinion. Alright, so if you go to Whiskey Base and you type in the number 121696, you actually get one review. And this one review is I'm going to use as the basis here for my tasting notes. Since me and Arran, I consider it, we're now on our third date together, and basically we're both going, nah. So we've kissed, but we've held hands, but there's absolutely no chemistry whatsoever. I had the privilege, Andy Bell gave me the Arran 21, the core range. I actually did a live stream on that as well. Fortunately, I don't have any of that left to compare this with. It says here, we proudly present a selection of our oldest and rarest whiskeys, which have been specially selected by our master distiller as the perfect embodiment of whiskey and oak in perfect harmony. As part of our commitment to offering a handcrafted single malt, we do not add any artificial coloring or chilled filter our whiskey. At the bottling stage, this ensures a completely natural whiskey which retains the full range of aromas and flavors which typify the Arran malt. Well, I added a comma someplace where a comma shouldn't have been in the reading of this. I actually like the box, by the way. On the back, you can see where Arran is. If you see, here's Campbellton, here's Arran, over here is Glasgow. It's basically in the middle. Not bad at all. It opens fairly nicely, and there's a good presentation here. I can't at all complain. So Isle of Arran Distillery is one of the few remaining independent distilleries of Scotland. The distillery is in the village of Loch Ranza on the northwest tip of the island of Arran, where it is perfectly situated to capture the character of this beautiful island of pure mountain water and soft sea air washed by the Gulf Stream. Okay. As part of our commitment to offering a handcrafted single malt, we do not add any artificial coloring, blah, 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 blah. Independently owned, independently minded. Now, the new distillery on the absolute opposite end of the island to the south will be Lag, L-A-G-G, a heavily peated whiskey, also here from the Arran distillers. Interesting. Sherry. I couldn't say if it's Orlozo or Peix. Maybe it's neither. Very ripe nectarines. I do get that. Almost overripe nectarines. A little bit of grated lime zest. And then the tasting notes here on Whiskey Base are very, very gross, and yet very, very suitable. Subtle dirtiness / sweat. And the first time I read that, I was like, eee, yucky. But then I went, oh, yeah. So there's that garlic sweatiness of someone who's just from a certain part of the world. There's this cold fearful sweat if someone's been in an accident or in a very stressful situation. There's that athletic sweat. There's that sexy sweat. There's all these different types of sweats, and this is someplace between that athletic and that fearful sweat. But it definitely is there, I must admit. Let's try it. 47.2%. I'm going to nip on it, put a little bit of water in there, and try it one last time. Sugared grapefruit. Very, very grapefruity. A little bit of vanilla, a little bit of orange peel. Now, on Whiskey Base, they actually wrote a hint of blackberry towards the end. Yep. A little bit of sweetiness, a little bit of saltiness. A little bit of almonds in there, actually. Bitter almonds. Tiny little bit of subtle oak. Okay. Now, at the finish, he wrote licorice. Not really. Salty nut mix. Well, some coffee grounds. Yeah. There's actually a little bit of, tiny little bit of the coffee grounds in the background. And a pinch here of maybe mud. Mud flats in North Germany, where you go out to the North Sea and the tide's out, and you can actually walk in those mud flats, and that's particular type of earthiness there, which is very deep, dark, rich, and you might get a little bit of that. Now, as I mentioned in my German video, I think this is actually wasting a great whiskey on someone who's not yet where he needs to be to appreciate this. I would love to go back to this maybe 2 or 3 years from now. My whiskey journey is not even 3 years old at the moment, and I've come to enjoy and I've come to actually appreciate a lot of the bourbons out there, a lot of the Irish whiskeys out there, some of the European whiskeys from France, from Italy, from Germany, from Austria, Japanese whiskey I actually can try and appreciate, but some of these Scotch whiskeys still elude me. And the Arran distillery is basically still one of those where I'm just like, I know there's much more there. I get the numbers, I get the letters, I get the taste, but I just don't understand the message. And it's like reading without understanding. It's like seeing without understanding. It's like hearing without understanding. It's tasting. I get the building blocks, but it just doesn't come together and build something yet in my palate and my mind that I go, whoa, this is very nice. So, with a little bit of water, it does cool it down a tiny little bit. It does get a little bit creamier and a tad bit sweeter. But I still get that sweat and that grated lime zest and a little bit of the sugared grapefruit. As I said, we're on the third day and we both look at each other and say, thanks, but no thanks. That's what I get here. It's a C+. Value for money, C-. I know 118 euros, 130 some dollars, single cask, 20-year-old Arran Sherry Hogshead. Come on. Alright, so C- for the price for money. Getting something else around this range and around this quality is very, very difficult, and the price is actually not bad. The 21-year-old Arran goes for 149 euros. So this is actually a steal compared to the 21-year-old with only a few months missing. My question of the day is, I'm going to ask this. I did a little bit different in Germany. Horst Hüning. He is, of course, one of the legends of YouTube whiskey history. With his swishing and all his videos, they've actually done over 2,000 tasting videos online already. If I add my English and my German together, I'm at about 1,200. And so I'm catching up on him, but yet, he's got a long ways ahead of me. What's your personal opinion about Horst? Is he a master taster and we can learn a lot from him? Or is he the salesman and he's just pitching his products at us no matter if he likes them or not? So, that's my question of the day. thank you very much for watching. Whiskey Jason here. My videos come out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. See you soon. Bye-bye.